Good evening, everybody. It's 10:15. Punch in and welcome to episode 22 of the NXT Night Shift. I am one third of the Indie Wrestling Guide podcast and live tonight from the set of the Montel Williams show, which ran from July 8th, 1991 to May 16th, 2008. In its early years, Montel was similar to most tabloid shows, especially Jerry Springer. As time went on, the genre became less popular, and towards the end of the show's run, Montel usually focused on inspirational stories and less controversial subjects. Common themes seen on Montel include finding lost loves, reuniting mothers who gave their children up for adoption, or stories of strong women who faced certain danger and fought their way out. I'm Jay Gold, and with me as always, someone who definitely will snatch your chain and wear your sneakers around his neck, the shell top to my Sambas, the Air Max to my Panda Dunks, the Patrick Ewings to my Jokic slides, the second best sandwich, the Arby's beef and cheese with curly fries. It is the host of the On the Mark podcast. It's Mr. OTM. It's Kyle.
I'll tell you what, I'm just glad you didn't have a Red Robin take to start us off here. I'll take that Arby's take. I just had Arby's last week, and it was a slam dunk. You know, I always got to have the occasional DoorDash, and Arby's sounded good, and it delivered. Those curly fries never miss.
That's what's up. And then, as I was going to say now, the summer's starting to wind down, Kyle. This Friday, my daughter finally comes home from camp. I am so happy to get my little wrestling buddy home. Yes. There is so much to watch. We will be at the NWA show at the Paramount on Saturday night in Long Island. And she's turning 10, Night Shift fans. So Ooh. I have a 10-year-old now, and I can't believe it. I'm getting misty just thinking about it. She will be on Sunday with 12 to 13 10-year-olds in an escape room. Maybe I will let them out. I am not sure. As we say, let's tee off at 4:10, finish 16 before dark, and have the monologue done before the round of 18 and sundown. Let's tune into the CW and go live to the great state of Indiana. Walk down the charming streets and admire the beautiful architecture, stop into the quaint shops, or grab a meal at one of the locally owned restaurants in the quaint town of French Lick. We are traveling in a yellow school bus, no seatbelts, and unfortunately no bathroom, up 95 towards Massachusetts, stopping at rest stops for more than just gas, Kyle. Nudge, nudge. On our way to Heatwave. Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline. Welcome to the Wrestling Road Trip. It is the NXT Night Shift. Kyle?
Episode 22. Here we go, Jay Gold. Nice to be back in the saddle again. The episode itself was something, I guess.
It was something. There was a lot in this one, too. Again, they tried cramming. It was a very pervy show. There was a lot of women's matches.
I mean, isn't that up to par with NXT? That's what we get. Shawn Michaels loves his women, and they got a lot of talented women down there.
Tonight's felt especially pervy, I would say. What's up? Let's say what's up real quick to Great Brown Hope and to Fish, who was not here last week. What's up, y'all? That's right, Fish. TBH. Oh, Fish, yep.
I tell you what, it is acceptable to miss the occasional episode. I just wanted to say I'm glad to see you back in the chat.
Yeah, don't make
a
habit of it.
Your presence was missed.
Yeah. Yeah, but GBH is saying Arby's. If it ain't Taco Bell, it's Arby's, and I'm in. Oh, well,
Taco Bell is always a move as well, as long as you're ready for the repercussions.
That's right. God tier food is Taco Bell. Tonight I ate a pizza, an entire pizza.
Frozen pizza?
No, I ordered one to the house.
It wasn't like the pizza in Passaic, was it?
No, it certainly was not. It's so much better. You got such a bum rap going over there. I feel so bad for you.
I'm still pissed about those flight delays because I probably could have experienced at least a little bit of the city.
There would have been a lot of bit of the city, and I feel really bad.
Taste.
That stupid rain hit just then. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Dude, I'll be back. You know me. If there's a wrestling show going on, and it's by the WWE, I'll
have you stay here the next time you come in. Then you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about a place.
Let's do it that way.
You up. Yeah.
Hey, speaking of WWE PLEs, you see that Indiana's getting another one apparently
in
a month?
What is it?
Bad blood.
Us, Fish. Yeah, tell them because you did at SummerSlam.
Oh, I love
on
gyros.
The gyro platter.
Yeah. You guys call them gyros. We call them euros out here.
Whatever. All of a sudden you're Greek. I could swear you're Italian.
No, I'm Italian, Polish, Czech, and German.
Good Lord. Yeah. That's a lot of Eastern Europe.
It's a hodgepodge. Yeah.
Yes, that's a ton of
Mainly
Eastern
Italian, though. We lean into that side.
Well, speaking of leaning in, should we go to the phones before we get this out of the way?
Yeah, I was going to say, though, shout out to the new subscribers. Tino's been live streaming Raws now on the Main Event Wrestling Network channel. So going forward. If you want to watch Raw with Tino, it'll be live on this channel. But we gained 4 new subscribers this week.
Right. Oh my!
So I think we're only 42 away. So hit that subscribe button, especially if you like the guys that call into this show, because we have, I think, somebody calling in right now.
Yeah.
You mentioned him before.
Well, I see the light.
You know who it is. Yeah. It's Stan from Burlington, back on the night shift.
Hi, it's me, Stan from Burlington. I don't know if you remember me.
Hi, Stan.
Stan.
Hey, Jay Gold, I heard you mention French Lick.
Yeah.
Let's get a little history. You know who the hick from French Lick was?
No.
Kyle, you know who the hick from French Lick was?
I can't say I do, no.
Larry Bird.
Oh, of course.
Damn it. How does Kyle not know that? Yeah.
I did know that deep down, Stan. I just didn't remember it.
Okay. Well, I see everyone at the Main Event Network is beginning to take their midsummer sojourns. Kyle, you went down to St. Louis for a baseball game. You're a big baseball fan.
I guess you could say that, yeah.
Nice trip with the family to Busch Stadium.
Sure.
Let me tell you something. If you keep hosting YouTube shows about wrestling every week, despite what your Zeus.com profile says, that's about as close as to Bush as you're going to get.
You're probably right, Stan.
Went a long way for that one.
Yeah.
Well,
you got there, Stan.
We really are in the dog days of summer, aren't we?
Yeah.
Even the Great Brown Hope is begging Kyle for a siesta. But poor Tino is live streaming still every day like there's a gun to his head. Every day the Great Brown Hope leaves the studio and is like, yo, Tino, see you in a few. But now he's gone for 3 weeks.
Nobody's like Tino, Stan. There is nobody like that man.
You know, in Italy, they call this time of year Ferragosto, and many workers in the city head for the coast. I can't guarantee that I'm even going to be on the call next week. I'm off to Ibiza. I already have a table at Pasha with bottle service waiting for me.
Wow. Good for you.
My plan is to wind up in Nanterre at the end of the month for WWE's Clash in Paris.
Oh.
Sorry about your job situation, Jay Gold. I'm sure your daughter will make numerous memories at Create-A-Pro's next independent wrestling show in Hicksville. But you're a great dad. But you know, honestly, these long weeks of summer remind me of when I was just a little Stan from Burlington living in New York City's Tin Pan Alley. Oh. When the local neighborhood kids would open up the fire hydrants for relief from the summer's heat. Hey, do you know about Tin Pan Alley, Kyle?
I do not, Stan, no.
Of course you don't. The world began a few days after you were born, right?
True.
But, you know, Tin Pan Alley, technically 28th Street, was the home to numerous recording studios and musical production companies in Manhattan. Musical greats such as Carole King and Neil Diamond wrote and sold some of their best works there. Money talks, but it don't sing and dance and it can't walk. As long as I can have you here with me, I'd much rather be together in blue jeans. That's Neil Diamond.
Great job, Stan.
Actually, I love Carole King. She has a great song, Tapestry. It was a title song of her worldwide hit album in 1971. You know that album, Kyle?
I don't know.
Of course you don't. My life has been a tapestry of rich and royal hue, an everlasting vision of the ever-changing view, a wondrous woven magic in bits of blue and gold, a tapestry to feel and see, impossible to hold. Hey, is Mr. Cincinnati there?
No, Stan, not here.
Oh, that's too bad. I like him. I don't like Cincinnati. Hey, Jay Gold.
Yeah.
Did you know that Ohio, where Cincinnati is located, is the country's largest producer of Swiss cheese?
I didn't know that.
Huh. Well, when it comes to holes, whether of the plot or ass kind, this show takes the cake. Okay, gotta go.
That one that's a good one.
He snuck that one in. He really tried to get out after that one.
Yep, that's good. You gotta keep wanting more. That's good, Stan. Thank you.
Hey, my weekly question: Who's Rob Bartlett?
He is a comedian who was Imus's guy for 20 plus years, who did all the characters and like all the different jokes and things like that. Rob Bartlett actually was the first color man on Monday Night Raw. It was Rob Bartlett, Macho Man, and Vince McMahon.
I watched that episode on my old podcast that shall not be named. So
Rob Bartlett was unbelievably. Nobody knew why Vince McMahon chose Rob Bartlett to be the third mic on Monday Night Raw. In case anybody.
Hey, nobody knows why Adnan Virk got 7 weeks of Monday Night Raw.
That didn't make any sense either.
He had a couple interviews afterwards, and he's like, "Hey, I might as well just try it." I don't blame the guy for saying yes. I would say yes.
Adnan and Mike Adamle.
Oh, who was the bald dude that was the UFC commentator?
Oh, Jimmy Smith.
Yeah, he was okay.
He was fine. Jimmy Smith was fine. I just think they wanted something. That other guy who does Friday Night SmackDown's awesome. Joe Tessitore.
Joe Tessitore is great. I mean, just a natural, isn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, they finally found somebody to do that. Oh, WrestleHolics saying what's up.
Yo, what's up, fellas? They were live a little earlier, so make sure you check out their episode. I think they were recapping SummerSlam. I was at Wiffle Ball, but I'll check it out later, I promise.
Yeah, me too. Oh, I like Mauro Ranallo the best.
We love Mauro, yeah. In NXT, he was there during the heyday.
The best. There might not have been anybody better calling some of those matches than Mauro Ranallo.
Vic Joseph is a close second.
He's great. I like Vic Joseph a lot. I want to get into it before we get to. I see our phone lines are lighting up tonight, so we're going to get into this first before we get to our rest of our calls. So let's start off in the parking lot, like we like to start, with Hank and Tank getting told by Ava,
"Honk, honk!" It's
so loud. She says, "Behave yourselves tonight" to the two guys, and so we go in and we start off with a big match.
Yeah,
and Nash and Lash and Nia, and I have to say, this match was a little long, but it was awesome.
Yeah,
it was a great match.
I wasn't expecting it to go that long because usually when you get two hosses going at it, it's short and quick to the point. But they actually told a solid story, and I know we've kind of talked about Nia Jax and her progression over the past couple of years, but it is truly amazing because there was a time where I didn't even want to see Nia Jax on my television screen. I thought she was just going to hurt talent. She didn't have any potential, but she had that little, hiatus from the WWE, came back, reinvented herself. It's a tale as old as time. It's just some people know what they're doing once they get back, and Nia has really found herself, and now Lash is going to be elevated big time, even though she lost.
Dude, that table spot was awesome.
So cool, right?
You know how much that had to hurt? That had to hurt Lash.
Dude,
like that sucked.
They both were lifting each other up DC. With ease. DC's in the house too. The WrestleHolics showing out. Love to see it.
I feel good tonight. Oh, and GBH is talking about Percy Watson and Morrow.
That's a name I haven't heard in a while. Percy Watson. I remember him.
Yeah, I liked him too. He wasn't bad. There's another guy they tried out. They just tried so many different amalgamations at that commentary booth. But yes, Lash Legend is a future star. Let's be honest.
And it's crazy because I didn't see the potential in her from the beginning. I thought she was green as ever.
Right, and she was terrible in the beginning. Let's be honest. She
was, and then Metaphor really made me notice her. And then now that she's on her own, it's taken a bit to get to this point, but I think Nia Jax was the perfect opponent to be like, okay, Lash Legend's here. She can hang with the main roster. Now I think they're ready for Lash to get that call up very soon.
Yep, and I liked it very much, and the match was really good, and the finish was awesome, where she lands twice on her. That was awesome.
For a second there, I didn't think Lash was going to hang out there for the second one. She was trying to roll away. She didn't want the other one.
No, and I would have been like, no, thank you. But anyway, after that, we go to the back to Dark State, and at first I thought they weren't going to let the white dude who can't wrestle speak, but they ended up letting him. I guess his new thing is saying dumb things. It was with double
about
entendre.
Your butts. Yeah. He likes talking about butts.
Ass
stuff.
Comments. Yes. Speaking of ass, like Stan said, assholes like us. Oh, did I curse?
No, we're past 10 minutes. You're good,
okay,
dude.
Good.
I actually think we did it unless Stan fucked it up.
No, he did not. He does not curse.
Wow, that might be a first in the night shift history, not cussing in the first 10 minutes.
Wow.
Good for us. Hey, look at us, guys.
I'm going to lead off the next show with just a really loud fuck in front of the microphone.
Now you guys have to subscribe since we went without cussing.
Subscribe. We went without cussing. Yes. Yeah. And then we go to Chelsea, who, by the way, we love Chelsea. Chelsea's the greatest. The way she talked to that Kendall Gray, and she was like, Kendall Blue. And then you heard, what's her name, go Gray. She's Gray, Kendall Gray. I love that. I love it. She's awesome.
She is. I mean, what is there to say that we haven't already said on this show?
And why was Hank and Tank dressed up as Zaruka? I don't know what they were doing.
Why not? You let Hank and Tank do whatever the hell they want, Jacob.
Apparently, you're back on the Hank and Tank trail.
No, I'm really not. Ever since they've gotten the titles, I've liked them less and less.
They were goofy tonight, though. I like them tonight.
They are fun when they're goofy, but I just don't want them being goofy while they're champions.
Right. Don't be goofy tag champs. You got to be tough. Yeah, because there's a lot of guys gunning for you. You can't be idiots.
It's only Dark State. That's the only credible tag team in that division right now.
I mean, yeah, that's true.
And it's not even a set 2. They don't have a set 2, you know?
Right,
it's just
they
a
just
rotating cast of characters.
They have 3 guys who can wrestle and 1 who cannot. So,
this is true.
So, before we get to our call, let's just finish up with this big match. We had Charlie Dempsey and Joe Hendry.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say it was too short. And you know what? Joe Hendry is good in short bursts, so I was okay with it. But Charlie Dempsey is a star. And Charlie Dempsey should definitely get more time on television, him and Ren Sinclair. It's very funny.
What are they going to do with Charlie, though? Now that he doesn't have a crew around him, is
add
he
a couple more guys like Chase U. Yeah.
I was going to say, I think you just keep the faction going and recruit some of those new WWE ID or Evolve talents that you have.
That's right. Zero reason not to.
Have you noticed how much they really are leaning into like the next generation now that Evolve's a thing? Like we're getting Evolve talent, ID talent. It doesn't matter if you're signed. You could show up on NXT.
And we're going to talk about that too tonight. So the match went off. It was fine. It was short. Joe Hendry got the win. I don't really know what the point was, who it helped, who it hurt, but I guess they needed Joe Hendry to get something back on NXT because he lost so many times.
Yeah, you know it's going to do numbers on social media. That's what Joe Hendry does.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Charlie Dempsey is going to be a star. I just don't know how they're going to use. I feel like he's starting to. Yeah, I agree, Fish. I feel like he's starting to become like the guy they put guys in. Like he's becoming a gatekeeper. I don't want that for him. Yeah,
yeah, and he's got to be younger too, right?
Yes,
in his 20s.
Yeah, he's not. But he wrestles like a very experienced vet, and look who his dad is. So
he's
I'm
28. Yeah, so he doesn't need to be the gatekeeper forever. But you know, a guy that was similar to Charlie Dempsey was Timothy Thatcher, and he kind of had that same role in NXT when he was there.
But Tim Thatcher by then was already done with his career. Tim Thatcher was done.
Yeah, it's different stages of their career. That's fair.
Yeah, yeah. Well, all right. So we get a little bit of locker room stuff. Lola and Kaylani talking about that tag match later on. Miss Parker giving him shit. And just before we go to our call, I'm going to say we get Briggs out, and then that was really boring. And him and Inamura are going at it. And
hey, Briggs was getting good heat. Right. That's a great comment, though. Yeah, Charlie's super technical wrestler, while Joe Hendry is technically a wrestler.
Well, you're
Tino,
right.
What's going on, Tino? Thanks for stopping by.
That's a great line. I hope more people know because that's a very good line.
Oh, it is. I get where he's going with that.
Tino, stop streaming to come watch us. All right.
Tino, thanks for taking an hour off from your busy schedule.
From your busy streaming schedule. So, should we go to the phones? Should we get?
Yeah, looks like we got a second caller. Yes. Second time calling in. We got Zach in the house. Zach, what's going on, man?
Zach, Rubber City.
How's it going?
What's up, brother? How are you?
Man, I'm doing good. Confession, obviously, I haven't watched NXT.
I know. I said
this guy.
Listen, if you're gonna call in, okay, to anybody who's in the chat, if you want to call in, I would appreciate it very much if you watch at least a little bit of NXT.
You had one job, sir.
One job.
And you showed up to call into an NXT show without watching NXT.
Right. What the hell, Zach?
What are we going to talk about, as Cody would
say? I will keep it WWE related, though.
Thank God.
I had a cold last week. I watched and you guys may have talked about this a little bit, but I watched all of that WWE Unreal show.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
And I have to tell you guys, nothing. Like, I was just like, yeah, I get it. There was nothing I saw that was a huge thing to me.
There's only one person who came into that looking awful, and it was Bruce Pritchard.
Right.
He managed to come off looking like the biggest pile of shit on the face of the earth.
He did.
I mean,
yeah.
If the shoe fits, right?
Yeah, right? I can't stand that dude. Yeah.
So I came up with some things I would actually like to know. Maybe on a season 2, second part. And I would like to know, maybe you guys can tie this back into NXT, what you would like to know. But I got 3.
Let's see how the night shift can help you. Yes.
Please. I need that illegal stream. All right. First one. if y'all remember back in May, someone was eating too many snacks, and they had to jack those. They had to start charging talent prices on free snacks like zebra cakes and ding dongs. I don't know.
Who was eating snacks?
They didn't say, but they ended up actually charging the female wrestlers more per snack. It's a wild thing, implying that the female wrestlers were the ones hoarding all the snacks. I personally think Tony D'Angelo. I'm pulling that back. But again, that's something I need for an episode.
They charge people for eating snacks?
It used to be free. And then they're like, you guys are taking advantage. You guys are taking advantage of these.
It's absurd.
Right?
That makes me sad. How can you have catering and then charge people for snacks?
Right? All right. Number 2.
Yeah.
With an aging roster, clearly talk of the internet, how old some of these guys are.
Yeah, right.
Right.
How many gallons of Just for Men are we going through? Can I get an expose on what's going on with his hair care?
I will tell you, there are too many people dyeing their hair in the business. Yes.
And their beards. It's not just their top of their heads. The beards are like Matt Cardona. I know he's an older gentleman.
Yeah.
He's in his 40s, but that no hair color looks that dark.
It's so dark.
Trying to look like a toy. You know what I mean?
It's his skin.
It's working.
His skin looks like, definitely looks like a leather bag, and then his face is so Just for Men out. Yes, I agree. It's very.
But he makes
strange.
more money than all of us combined, so he's obviously doing something
in a
right.
weekend. Yeah.
True.
So this one's a little out there, but follow me here. Our friend of the show, Charlie Butters, got me kind of into this JFK situation.
Yeah, whose friend is he?
Right. Whose friend at what show?
And I've started going down, now that I live in Dallas, this rabbit hole, and I have a theory that I would love to see an episode maybe cover, confirm or deny, Vince McMahon was the second shooter. I'm just saying.
By the way,
that didn't happen.
By the way, you say that there was a Vince McMahon interview tonight on Fox about Hulk Hogan on a Hulk Hogan documentary.
Oh boy.
About his death. It was on at 8:00 tonight on Fox, regular TV. I DVR'd it. I gotta watch that later.
That has to be. Yeah, I gotta watch that.
Vince McMahon's starting to look like Gargamel. He looks so strange at this point.
Out of all the people we've lost these past couple of years, how is he the one still kicking?
It's always the bad ones live forever.
Right?
Yeah.
It's all that
is that what he said, Fish? Did Vince say Hulk wasn't a racist? Is that what he said? I missed I gotta watch the interview tonight.
Good. Vince said it. Good.
The paragon
I believe
of virtue.
What that guy says.
Yeah, he was a paragon of virtue. And yet, if I saw him, and I don't care what they think of me. If I saw him if I was in Connecticut and I was at a restaurant, and he was there, I'd cry like a little girl and go over to him and ask him for a picture. I would.
I probably would too.
Yes, of course you would. Nobody fucking lie and tell me that if you saw Vince McMahon, you'd be like,
yeah,
I'm gonna do my.
I'd probably thank him, and that's probably a shitty thing for me to say, but two things can be true at the same time. It's the same thing with Hulk Hogan. Like, Hogan had a massive impact on the professional wrestling business. We all know that, but he's also a piece of shit.
Yeah. But if you can't go over to Vince and be like, holy shit, like, come on,
he did that.
Come on, yeah, come on.
I mean.
I'm sorry, interwebs. You could get mad at me, but if I saw Vince at a restaurant, I would ask for a picture. I'm sorry.
Dude, if this network hasn't been canceled yet, we're not going to get canceled.
I know he's a piece, but like the thing is, we know he's a piece of shit. But how can you not be like, you saw Diddy in a restaurant, you people would be lining up for a fucking selfie.
Oh, fuck that. No, I don't want to get pissed on.
Of course you would.
Hot take. I'd rather get my photo with Diddy than Hogan. I'll be quite honest.
Hogan.
That's why.
and I'd rather hear the Diddy stories over the Hogan stories, to be quite honest.
I'm with you on that. Yeah, those would be interesting.
Well,
a lot of baby oil. But that's similar to wrestling. See, we're connecting the dots.
That's why I would still take a picture with Vince. How much baby oil we're using? Yeah.
God damn it, pal.
Diddy.
I'd go over to him and take a picture and go, this one's not working for me, brother. We need another one.
Exactly.
All right, what else you got, Zach?
That was it. So I was curious if there's any overall NXT kind of things that if we do another,
I'd like you to watch it, Zach. I'd like you to watch it.
That's our homework.
How's that for homework, Zach? Watch it.
It's easy. Get a cold and then stay in bed for a week. So
you can do it on a Sunday afternoon. You could just watch like a piece of it. You don't even have to watch the whole
they're in Philly
thing.
Next week. Come on.
I've already watched it.
Texas.
Why are you convincing me?
You haven't watched NXT. You don't watch it.
Yeah, that's fair.
But he follows the show and he interacts with us, and he called in. So
and Zach
I will take it.
By the way, if you all know Zach, he has a company called Rubber City Toys, and he puts out an amazing letter each. Is it a monthly? Like a monthly?
It was kind of slacked off. I've been a little busy.
It was a newsletter, and it was awesome. And I got in it, and he took he promoted me and my Twitter handle and my top 3 songs I asked him to play. So Zach is cool as hell, and I have my tiny Derek Dillinger that I go around the world with is Zach's creation. So in case you want to know,
by the way,
I have one. Actually, I have 2. You sent me 2. So
there you go.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Yeah, but we love you, Zach. Thanks for calling.
Nice talking to you,
show,
Zach.
My friend.
Yes, good meeting y'all. Y'all take care.
Anytime, brother. See you later, man. All right.
Boy, look who's in the chat now. By the way, Josh, Rob Bartlett, I would guarantee was chosen to be the first color guy on Raw because he simply was a Connecticut local comedian.
Yeah, that's probably right. Vince probably heard that he was a comedian and was like, let's put him on the show. That's definitely it. He's right. I don't know, Sam. Thanks for calling and watching the show. I didn't know you watched the show.
Yeah, I guess you find out something out every day.
Anyway, and we get back to the NXT Jordan Grace interview, and all I have here is stop trying to make Jordan Grace happen. That's. I think I'm finished. I think I'm good.
I'm trying to say nice things about Jordan Grace.
Look, okay.
It's not her fault, I don't think.
Right. I don't dislike Jordan Grace at all. I just don't think the character's working for what they needed to work for.
This presentation ain't it. Yeah, I'm ugly. I look
I don't
different.
Like that. No,
you're a juggernaut. No one looks like you. That should be the presentation. You should be running roughshod. Yeah,
she was supposed to come out with the chainmail and be yeah.
Wait, he had a stroke?
2.
What? When?
Octopus. Last week. It was on Twitter. He said he was coming
Gresham
home from a show. Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Yeah, it's bad.
Hopefully he gets well soon.
Yeah, I mean, she's doing her thing. So, look, she was supposed to be like Scott Steiner. I liked her coming out with like the siren, and she just comes in and beats people up. I don't understand why we need to get so deep. I like Blake Monroe. Maybe this was not the right first feud for her.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. They're going to go in that direction. They're trying to get Jordan Grace over, and I'm not digging it, man. I need something.
It's very early
more
too
gear
in her,
fish, right?
Yeah, it's very early in her WWE tenure, but the way she was presented in TNA was vastly different and better than this.
And that's why the
Jordan
fans
Grace
lost
was a threat in TNA. Now I feel like she's just like a side character,
right? And that's why the fans lost it when she made her first debut on NXT and when she was in the Royal Rumble. He's right; she should have gotten more gear.
She probably could have gotten bigger.
Yeah, and that's why she didn't. That's why she was so over in the beginning, and because you presented her as just a killer, and then you turn her into you try to get depth, and there's no reason for it. She could just be a killer.
Yeah, certain characters don't need that depth. She's one.
Right,
of them.
You're 100% right. And then we get from there to some TNA highlights, and you get JC Jane and Fallon Henley getting interviewed. And more of fatal influences. They're fine, I guess, or they're not fine.
When is Jasmine just gonna say "fuck it"? I'm leaving.
Yeah, I like it because she stinks anyway. But
I don't want to see her succeed either. She's a piece of shit.
And then Ash by Elegance comes in with the personal concierge, who's
your favorite.
The hell out of me. But they're there, so they're just inviting TNA talent all over the place. And
if I were to give you an option, you could lay hands on one wrestling talent. Is it Ash by Elegance's manager? Yeah.
I would just escort him out the building with from the back of his neck.
Sir, you've been asked to leave.
Right, you don't belong here. Yeah. Like he's just not. I don't get it. That one character to
cheesy.
Me. Yeah, it seems so thrown in, like shoehorned into her character. Look at Luther. Luther is what you want, right? He never talks. His facial expressions are amazing.
He takes nothing away from Tony, yeah.
Right. The problem is personal concierge is way too boisterous. He's over the top silly to a point that's not believable.
It doesn't fit Ash either because Ash isn't an over the top character. We saw her as Dana Brooke in WWE. That's the one thing, or one of the few things I had a knock on was that she had no character in WWE.
Right. And I don't know. I don't like it, but that's what TNA's issue. That's not an NXT.
Yeah, that's not an NXT issue. That's for sure.
And then we got the guys in the back, the big monsters, all talking to each other, and Hank and Tank spraying for bugs. I wasn't sure what they were doing back there.
They must have gotten to some magical mushrooms or something before the episode because they looked like they were tripping throughout every segment.
I don't know what that was. That was very strange. It was very strange.
Didn't make much sense.
And then we get the Perv Show match, the tag team match. You get Lola Vice and Kalani, and okay. I have to say, at first I was like, I don't want this, and then I'm like, this match is really good. It was really good, and
crowd
that
was
back
into
fist,
it too.
Yes, and the back fist was sick looking, even though I didn't think she connected when you saw it from the first camera angle. But the second camera angle made it look so good that who cares? Like,
Lola Vice has it. Like, there's something there with her, and I like how they've been kind of just slowly ascending her up the card. It's not like too much too fast. They know she's green. She has that MMA background. She was a professional fighter, so they know she could be serious at times, but they have really leaned into, and it's like the opposite of Jordan. They've leaned into Lola's character, and I think that's why she's getting over. Granted, maybe it's because she has assets, emphasis on the ass, but the crowd seems to love her.
Hanging out all the time.
I mean, she's great.
Yeah, I have no issues with her. I thought the match was awesome.
Kalani pinned JC Jane, so maybe Kalani Jordan's now going to be positioned to be the next challenger.
That's not going to work for me. I don't really.
Not a Kalani believer.
Where was Zaruka tonight? Out of all the women on this card, where was your North American champion?
Today was also day 100 of her reign too as North American champion.
How many North American champion matches have we seen? How many matches has she had?
She's had a couple, I think. We've seen a few.
Yeah, but if she's been champ 100 days, she's going to need more than a couple of matches. That's the problem.
True, and if the reports are true that they want to move her up to the main roster, you would think they'd be featuring her a little bit more.
I think we need to see that Zaruka breakup accelerated more and have Zarya take that belt.
I don't need it.
That's my girl.
I don't need the breakup. I just don't need it.
Well, she's not going to the main roster with her, so you better do something. You can't just have her go, we'll see you later.
Yeah, but I don't. Is Zarya going to turn heel?
Good. She should be. She's a beast. She should be.
Yeah, she can come off as a dominant heel.
She has got the size and the voice and the personality to be what they are trying to do with Jordynne Grace. They can do it with Zarya. You can do it. Go ahead and do it. You can do it. You want to have an interview? Sit down, do it with Zarya, and Zarya could just go, I don't know why I'm doing this. I'm just going to grab you by the head.
Yeah, I'm just going to rip your head off.
Your neck. Yep. Yeah. Like that's what
she we believe it, and we would believe it when Zarya said it.
Yeah, she's got that crazy look. She can do it, and I believe it. So afterwards, they do this new progressive spotlight thing, and it was the Jasper Troy Ricky Saints feud, and I like it very much. I thought that was very well done. And
I think Jasper Troy needs a win.
He does, and he's a big, scary dude. He's so big and scary. I did not realize that.
That's a street fight, right? Next week.
Yeah, and that's how you're going to get probably Troy get the win to get some win back, because you can't have. My problem has always been you can't have a young kid like that take too many losses without his overall package being taking a hit. Like, it just can't. To me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how many of those he can take. He shouldn't be taking clean pinfalls ever.
No, you're right, but at least he's his first couple feuds on NXT have been against some pretty big names. I mean, he was feuding with Obafemi right off the jump, and Javon Evans
but he lost
a little bit. Yeah,
and he lost.
True, but he should.
That's a big problem.
He shouldn't be beating big names like that.
Yeah. Well, then don't. Again, like I say, some of those guys they don't do them there. Give him 10 squash matches to get the fans over. Like, have him wear the chains around his neck while he squashes
gets old too. The squash that formula gets so old. I think that's one of the most outplayed things. Sure, occasionally it's good and it works, but I think most of the time squash matches don't work.
I don't agree. You know who got over in squash matches? Ryback and that giant dude from NXT who was in the porn movies, whatever his name was.
Lars Sullivan.
Yeah, Lars Sullivan. They have a lot of guys who get over on squash matches first, and then you're like, let's see, move up a level. I don't think
Lars ever was over in NXT.
I liked him. I liked him in that ladder match. I thought he was good.
Yeah, there was nothing about that dude that said, "Oh, this guy's a future star." Yeah. Hey, I was right. He's not with us anymore.
He had his own issues, but I had no issues.
He's got issues, all right.
I liked the way he was presented for a while. I did. And that was a Triple H guy. I had no issues with how he was presented. I just think maybe he just wasn't a great wrestler, but I thought he was coming on.
He's just Shrek. That's what he reminded me of.
He did look like Shrek. He did look like Shrek. All right,
so his gimmick.
You know what? We don't have enough Shrek-based wrestling.
We do in the action figure wrestling that we watch.
Which was amazing because Shrek was super over in that league, in that action figure wrestling.
Don't you love our little traditions we have on our wrestling road
You know what?
trip?
We didn't talk enough about that. By the way, everyone who's watching right now, Kyle and his pals and Tuck and Vogus, right?
Yeah.
Vogus is his last name?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like him. He's cool. So they watch on SummerSlam, when they're at SummerSlam, a YouTube video of this company. This guy created this company called the Action Figure Wrestling.
Something like that. Yeah, Tuck would know more information.
He builds full sets, and it's like almost stop motion, but it's not. Like, I don't know how he does it so well.
His own commentary
full Royal
too.
Rumbles. He did an entire and he did an entire Royal Rumble with a floating ring, and had these guys come in on boats on a boat. Each guy had it was amazing. And these guys, we were watching it like for real. And Shrek was like his number one guy. And there was a match he did over his bathtub where they were wrestling and throwing each other into the water.
Yeah,
it was amazing.
We will figure out what the channel's name is, and I will tweet it out on our X account.
It's fantastic, Kyle. It is fantastic, and I would.
That's how we get ready for shows. We watch action figure wrestling, brother.
We were getting ready for GCW, and all that GCW is by watching action figure wrestling. So
GCW is cool. I'm on vacation from GCW for the time being.
I'm with you. I am so with you. That show was not ideal, so to speak. I always like to run it down when we do the IW guide. I love talking shit about GCW. I can't help it. It's just so much fun.
You love talking shit in general. Every time this guy's on a mixer and I'm not on it, he's like, this is my time where I can bash the WWE because the boss is not around.
I don't bash WWE ever. No.
I'm not excited for this match. I don't really care for that match. What are we doing over here? I'm Jake Gold. Subscribe to the Main Event Wrestling Network.
Certain matches don't need to be had. Certain things, and I'm just being
wrong. I know you're very honest, but I am. You know me with wrestling, at least. I try to be the optimist,
and it's
wrestling.
Okay. I'm an optimist too, but the best part about it is being able to like have some fun with it. So
I agree. We always have fun here at the Night Shift.
Yeah, and into more fun, Kendall Gray and Alba Fire, and I'm gonna say this was a very good match. Also, all the women matches were really good. This Kendall Gray, I think they're onto something.
I was going to say, you don't know much about Kendall Gray. I've gotten to see her on Evolve.
Oh, she's an Evolve talent?
She's got something. Yeah, there's definitely something there, obviously, with the amateur background, undefeated, never lost. Like, she's a killer. And she doesn't look like a killer. That's something that they probably are going to have to work on. But you saw it with Alba. And dude, Alba Fire is consistent as ever. Like, you put her in the ring with anyone, she's going to put on a solid match.
She wrestles in a sports coat. Like, how hard is that? Has to be really hard. I give her full credit for wrestling in a sports coat.
Longest reigning NXT UK champion is wrestling in sports coat.
Never lost. Why did they get rid of the other
UK?
one? Her partner.
Oh, Isla Dawn. Yeah,
why?
We haven't even seen Isla Dawn yet. Like, she hasn't got to a big company, which is surprising.
I could swear I saw her post something that she was going to be on a show, and now I can't remember.
Oh,
no, she's wrestling.
That's usually the route that some of them go to.
I agree with you, but I get very upset now when like the it can't be the easy way out. Just just catering to the ghouls.
Jay Gold, unfortunately, I say this all the time. And nowadays, it's not hard to be an attractive female because you could just post your feet or anything online and you'll make a shit ton of money. Me, on the other hand, nobody wants to see a 5'9" bald guy show off anything.
You can show off your feet. It's fine. But stay out of my bank account because I've been looking at those feet pictures are private. Jesus.
Yeah. You got to subscribe to the OnlyFans of the Main Event Wrestling Network.
Right. It's a lot of feet pictures. My feet are horrendous. My friend used to say I have ape hands as feet.
And believe it or not, Tino's live streaming on OnlyFans right now.
Tino's live streaming this show from his OnlyFans and
getting his vitamins going. I love when he's off screen. I wonder what Tino's doing.
Oh, Tino, you silly goose! All right, so after that, it kind of broke down. Ethan Page came down to ringside, and then Tavion came down. And there's the girl from LFG that we were looking for.
Tyra May Steele's in the house.
That's her name, and she just starts German suplexing everybody. And I
solid
like that.
suplexes. Mm-hmm. I don't get behind the whole patriotism thing in professional wrestling anymore, but the USA was there to take down Canada once again.
Well, it's okay. So there's the gimmick, right? It's Tavion and Tyra May Steele wearing their red, white, and blue, and then Chelsea and Ethan Page wearing their Canadian colors. They're red and white, and I think that's how it's going to go down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that next week or is that at Heat Wave?
I hope it's at Heat Wave, but I'm not sure. But that,
what did she say? She said something about making a truce, and she was about a USA Canada truce in the back. That's what Chelsea said.
Oh,
afterwards.
Yeah. She's still recruiting, isn't she?
Talking about? Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, I think she's just basically alluding to the recruitment process.
That makes sense. Okay, so we go back with Ava, and there's more TNA stuff going on. That's where we see that personal concierge and Ash by Elegance, and there's going to be something going on.
More of him, just what you wanted.
Yeah, he's everywhere. And then that leads us to the main event, which was awesome. A 8-man tag of Obafemi, Javon Evans, Moose, and Trick Williams versus the 4 guys from Dark State, where I only know Saquon Sugars. And I don't know the other guy's name.
Cutler James can't talk. Osiris is the big dude, and Leon Lennox is the other one.
Leon Lennox. Okay. Cutler James. That's the guy who can't talk or wrestle.
Yeah.
Right.
But hey, he's got a thing with the promos now. At least he has something.
Everyone's got to have something. But they take it, and there were a lot of really good spots. Javon Evans is amazing. That toss spot, by the way, first, Moose and Obafemi tossing Trick Williams onto Dark State was awesome. And then the Javon Evans jumping over the top rope, clearing the ring post, and landing on Saquon Sugars outside the ring should be highlighted every week on NXT. That was a crazy spot.
It was a 30-second sequence. I think I retweeted it off my account. Javon Evans is one of one. There truly is nobody in professional wrestling like him right now. And NXT's all behind it, too. They see the vision with Javon Evans. They know there's money to be made with that kid. And when I say kid, I mean kid.
He's a baby.
I don't even think he can legally get a drink with us if we wanted to go get a drink after a show. So Javon Evans, man, is being treated so well in NXT. I'm loving the progression with him. And Dark State winning is exactly what they needed, because we talked about it in past shows. Dark State needs marquee wins, and they need to get into the tag team title scene. Beating this group of characters here, these are 4 huge names in wrestling, with Trick kind of just stepping aside and being like, you know what, fuck it. I don't want to be a part of this. It was great.
But who was besides Javon Evans, though, who was the guy you can't keep your eye off of the entire match is always going to be Oba. He is just fantastic. What I was thinking watching that was they used him. He can be a unstoppable killer, but he can also he can sell. And he was selling really well for a lot of the beating he was taking from Dark State. And I find nothing wrong with that, to show him a little bit vulnerable, to give Dark State more of a rub. And I really like that. And I like this match a lot.
Oh, I agree with you 100%. Like it's very tough, to get the kind of reaction too that the crowd, had for this main event. You could tell that they're starting to believe in Dark State a little bit. Like they actually seem like a credible heel team going up against these 4 big names, because let's be real, these are probably the 4 biggest names.
That's how they should have booked Retribution. You should have given them matches. You take them off television for a few weeks. You bring them back in big spots. They get wins that matter, and then they can either challenge for titles or they can go back for a little bit. That's how you book that type of team. You 100%. Don't have to no overexposure, right? And that turns into something really good. And I feel like there's been some thought put into how we want these guys' career, what direction they want it to go. And so I am very pleased with how this match played out. And Javon Evans is a megastar. Obafemi's a megastar. Moose is already up there. Everybody knows him. Trick Williams has played his role to a perfect T. And now you have Dark State with credibility.
Yeah.
That's how you run a main event. The opening of the show tonight and the closing were the 2 highlights of the show. And I give them full credits on that, because now I'm a huge Lash Legend fan, and I am digging Dark State. So you got it. You got the guys over.
Those are the two matches I think that were heavily promoted too. So you start hot, you end hot, makes up for a mediocre middle of the show, in my opinion. Because for a little bit there was a lull, but things started to pick up. Like you said, the women were very strong once again tonight, which is just a common thread. We could say that every single week. The women were great because they are great.
And triple XT.
True that.
It's a perv show all over the place. Anyway, so
wrestling and pervs go hand in hand. Folks.
They do. There's so many wrestle pervs. There are. Fish knows.
We saw a lot of them at WrestleCon. Which, by the way, guys, if you haven't seen the vlog, you got to check it out. It's definitely worth a watch.
Kyle put a lot of work into that, and it is awesome. And his trip looked so much fun. With the parts without me looked like tons of fun.
Isn't it crazy too? Like we had one stinker of a day, but then after that, every day was just a banger.
Yeah. You guys look like you had a blast too for the 2 nights. It couldn't have been a better weather, and once the weather cleared out, too bad that weather couldn't have been on Wednesday instead of Thursday.
True, but hey, we made it work, and like I said, the vlog's great. Jay Gold made an appearance, so if you want to see more of us, On the Mark Wrestling Podcast YouTube channel is where you're going to find that.
And if you want to hear me talk about Overexposed, I am on the Indie Wrestling Guy dropping Thursday. We interviewed Brandon Xavier, the owner of Mega Wrestling out of Ohio, out of the I forgot the area, but out of like the Akron area. Gotcha. Mega Wrestling. It's been around like 20 plus years, so check that out. And this weekend, right, we got GBH Great Brown Hope doing a main event mixer for AAA, which is going to be awesome.
Yeah, Dark Shady, the newest addition to the Blog World Order, is going to be making his debut on the mixer. I think Tino's going to be there as well. So if you're interested and you plan on watching Triple Mania on Saturday, just give us a follow at mainevent_net. I will not be live this Thursday because I am traveling to a work meeting, so no OTM this week. So this is all you're getting from Mr. OTM.
Even Mr. OTM takes time off, people.
Dude, you need to reset sometimes. Like these people that are constantly pumping out content.
Tino.
Yeah.
Tino, you need to go to like Punta Cana or something. We got to get you out of the house and down south for a vacation.
It goes back to wrestling once again. Sometimes people get hurt, and that ends up being a blessing in disguise. You get off. The absence makes the heart grow fonder.
When I take some time off from the show, I'm going to come back like 30 pounds lighter and all jacked up and shredded, and I'm going to do the show without a shirt on.
Yeah, you can't leave this show because I'm not doing a monologue. That's not my style.
Well,
it'll just be a normal podcast if I'm doing it. I don't understand the style that Jay Gold goes for, but he does it well.
I try to make it seem, that's what I do, people. If you like it, subscribe. I know we get all these new Tino subscribers, so I hope you're enjoying it. And, shout out, thanks to Zach for calling in. You can all call in if you want. You can call in and talk your shit and have fun with us. Thanks to Stan. I hope he has a good vacation in Ibiza. And we'll be back next week because we are on every week. I guarantee.
We're on every week. If NXT's on, we're on. You know where to find us at NXT Night Shift on X and at mainevent_net for more main event moves. We'll see you guys next week.
See ya.